Hello everyone and welcome to another AdMaths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing Form 5 Additional Mathematics, Chapter 4 Vectors, Long Question Example 3. Before that, if you are new to my channel and first time watching my video, consider yourself subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell as I'll be discussing more mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Alright guys, without further delay, let's jump to the question now. As you are looking right now is Form 5 Additional Mathematics, Chapter 4 Vectors, Long Question Example 3. Let's read the question together. The vectors OP and OQ are such that vector OP is equals to 4P and vector OQ equals to KQ, where K is a constant. R is a point on the line PQ such that PR is to RQ is equals to 1:3. So the question A here asks to find vector OR in terms of K, P and Q. So the question B here asks to find if the line OR is produced to T such that vector RT is equals to 2P plus 5/3Q, find the value of K. Alright guys, I hope you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, well done guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. Okay, without further delay, let's proceed to the solutions now. Okay, but before that, I'm going to tell you a small thing over here. As you can see over here is the question without any images over here. So it will be very difficult for you to start up this vector question. So how are you going to start up this vector question? So I strongly recommend for the students out there to draw the diagram based on the question. Okay, so how are we going to start to draw the diagram? So as you can see over here, they say the hint here, R is a point on the line PQ such that PR is to RQ is equals to 1:3. So the point R is in between line P and line PQ. So R is in the in between point. So we separate in a specific ratio over here. So what we're going to do is, so we're going to draw a straight line over here. So this is your straight line. Okay guys, but then in the question the vector, the position O, they clearly didn't mention the position guys. So what we're going to do here, we're going to assume, so the position O is in the left hand side. So this will be roughly in your position O. So this is just an assumption guys. Okay, so this is your position O and this is your straight line PQ. In between is the point R, which separate into the ratio 1:3. And this is your vector OP, which is 4P, and vector OQ is KQ. Okay guys, let us proceed to find vector OR. So to find vector OR, so the first step is we need to do is, so we need to find the vector PQ. So how to find the vector PQ? So we need to calculate vector PQ equals to vector PO plus OQ. But then the question already gives us vector OP. So how to find the vector PO? Vector OP is the opposite direction of vector PO. So vector PO will be -4P guys. OQ is already given is plus KQ. So therefore your vector PQ will be equals to -4P plus KQ. So this is your vector PQ guys. Okay, once you already find your vector PQ, so the second step is, so we need to calculate the vector PR. So how to calculate the vector PR? So as you know over here, this straight line, okay, let me pull this down. Okay, this straight line is divided into a ratio of 1:3. So the vector PQ is represented by the whole ratio, which is 1 plus 3, which is equals to 4. So to find the ratio PR is actually 1/4 out of the total vector of PQ guys. So I hope you get the understanding that I've told you. So PR is equals to 1/4 out of the whole vector PQ, which is the I plus the ratio, which 1 plus 3 is equals to 4 over here. So vector PQ we have already found in the first step. So when you substitute in 1/4 in a bracket -4P plus KQ, so when you times in the 1/4, you will get your answer -P plus K/4Q. So this is your second step. So once you've already find the vector PR, okay, now we can proceed to find our vector OR, guys. So how you're going to find vector OR is very simple. So vector OR is equals to vector OP and then we plus with the vector PQ. So you'll get vector OR over here. Okay, so let us pull this up. So step 3, calculate vector OR. Okay, vector OR is equals to vector OP plus PR. Okay, vector OP is 4P and then vector PR is plus with negative P plus K over 4Q. So you calculate them together, you should get your answer 3P plus K over 4Q. So this is your answer for vector OR, guys. We have already expressed this in terms of K, P and Q. Alright guys, so I'm going to proceed to the question B, which we're going to find the value of K. Alright, so please hold on. Alright, okay, in the question they've already mentioned a vector R, additional vector, which is collinear with the vector O and vector T. So we need to prove that the vector OR is collinear with, vector OR, the ORT are collinear, guys. So how to find it? It's very simple. We need to form a relation between OR and RT to prove that ORT are collinear. So how to prove that they are collinear? We need to form a relation such that OR is equals to alpha RT, guys. So this expression for us to prove that the OR is equals to RT, so that our ORT are collinear. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to substitute in the value of OR and then the value of RT, which is given by the question, guys. By the way, if you notice here, okay, if you don't have a look, you have a look now. RT, they have already gave us 2P plus 5 over 3Q. Okay, this is your value of RT, guys. OR we have already find just now. Okay, so you substitute in all the values. Okay, for OR you get 3P plus K over 4Q equals to alpha in the bracket 2P plus 5 over 3Q. So what you do, you expand in the alpha. So you get 3P plus K over 4Q equals to 2 alpha P plus 5 over 3 alpha Q. Okay, for the next step, what you're going to do is we're going to compare in terms of component P or component Q to find our alpha. So in this case, we are going to find component P to find our alpha. Since it's very direct over here, we can compare our component P, which is 3 equals to 2 alpha. Okay, 2 alpha is equals to 3, so that our alpha value is equals to 3 over 2. So this is our first equation and we have already find our alpha value here. And then we'll compare with our component Q as well. So K over 4Q is equals to 5 over 3 alpha. So this will be our second equation. So what we're going to do now, to find the K value, we're going to substitute equation 1 into equation 2, guys. So continue. So from here, K over 4 equals to 5 over 3 in a bracket 3 over 2. So what you do over here, you cancel the 3. So from here, you get K over 4 equals to 5 over 2. And then to find the K value is very simple. 5 over 2 you times with 4. You should get 20 divided by 2. And then you compare with K. Therefore, you get your K value is equals to 10. Alright guys, so this is your final answer. We have already get our K value. Alright guys, that is all for my step-by-step working and solution for this video. Any question or feedback, feel free to put in the comment section below. And before that, how do you find out this question, guys? Is this question easy or difficult? And could you manage to answer this question? That is the most important thing, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos. Alright guys, thank you everyone for your support and I will see you in the next video.